Hey guys, Sethly here back with another Apex Legends video. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. In this video, I wanted to cover some news we got about future buffs, aftermarket event fixes, and more. But before we get into the video, I just wanted to say thank you for all the support. It means a lot to me, and if you haven't already subscribed, then join the squad and make sure to hit that sub button and turn on the notification bell to stay up to date on all things Apex Legends. It's 100% the best way to support me, and it only takes a second of your time. But with that out of the way, let's get into the good stuff. Starting off with a new bug that was found since the aftermarket event came out, and oh boy is it bad. While this event definitely has a lot of bugs and issues, this is probably the worst I've seen so far by a big margin. And the reason I say that is because this can be exploited pretty heavily in game, so I don't recommend you go around and abuse it in public matches, since there's always a chance you could get banned for exploiting, but more likely I expect some people might lose their ranks for using this bug in ranked games. But a Reddit user was the first one to point this out. I'll link him down below, but he posted a clip of it and I'll show it on screen right now. So he's in firing range with the Sentinel, and obviously you guys can tell something is off. But as you guys can see, this bug makes the Sentinel fully automatic, and obviously based on the clip I just showed, I'm sure we can all agree that this needs to be fixed as soon as possible. Luckily, I haven't been unfortunate enough to run into someone using this bug in game yet, and that's one of the reasons I was kind of hesitant to make a video on this, since I didn't want to spread around a super OP exploit. But once I saw this on Reddit and a dev had replied to the Reddit post, I knew I had to, and honestly I don't even know how to do this bug at all, so I couldn't even tell you guys how to do it even if I wanted to. But anyway, the Respawn dev said that they are working on it right now, which is great news. Unfortunately, we don't really know how long that fix will take. We'll just have to wait and see. But next we have some news regarding the current matchmaking issues. Apex tweeted out at 7 p.m. last night saying, "We are aware of players having issues with matchmaking and are working on a solve as quickly as possible." Then about 2 hours later, they tweeted again saying, "As an update, the issues earlier causing players to have trouble matchmaking now have been resolved. Thanks for hanging in there with us." And that was really great timing on their part. They pushed a fix out pretty quick. But the bad news is that we're going to have to keep hanging in there with Respawn because the issues weren't fully cleared up. So they tweeted out earlier today saying, "We're aware of continuing issues around matchmaking and will update you here as soon as we have more info." But they haven't tweeted for about 7 hours, so we can assume they're still working on a complete fix. I'll make sure to keep you guys updated on any other news we get about the matchmaking issues on my Twitter, so go follow my Twitter at Sethly with 2 Ys if you haven't already. Now, if you guys have played Pathfinder since the event update, then you know there's a really annoying bug with his character model right now, where his arms cover the right side of your screen and blocks a majority of what you can see. It's really annoying, but since this affects pretty much everyone, I thought I should let you guys know that a Respawn designer said that they are aware of the issue and they're working on a solution, but there isn't a timeline for the fix currently. To be honest, I kind of expected a dev to say something like that, because if they did give a timeline, then the community would be mad if it ended up taking longer than expected. But as for now, the best way to deal with this bug is to climb something after you get the bug, and it should go away if you do that. So crossplay just came out, which is awesome, but I saw something on my Twitter feed that I thought was pretty interesting, since I had been thinking of the exact same thing. I didn't expect that they would make it so if a PC player plays with 2 friends on console, they still queue into PC lobbies. So if you have a team of 2 console players and 1 PC player, or 1 console player and 1 PC player, then you queue up and get matched in PC lobbies and not lobbies with other squads that also have squads of people on different platforms. Now, someone tweeted at Jason McCord, design director at Respawn, and said, "Jason, the whole PC community gets shafted in this. We were so excited to get better queues, fairer ranked play, etc. But you guys set crossplay up to only benefit the player base on consoles. This was so disheartening to PC players because it does nothing for us." And honestly, I partially agree with what he is saying, but Jason replied with something I genuinely did not expect at all. He said, "We're looking at possible PC solutions, but we can't just lump mouse and keyboard in with controller." Now, I definitely agree with that, but it is good news they are working on some sort of change for the PC crossplay system. As for how they will change it, I have no clue. Comment down below in the comment section your ideas of how it could be fixed. The new 6.1 patch, also known as the Aftermarket Event Update, included small buffs for Rampart and Loba. They increased the rate at which Rampart's minigun bullet spread tightens, And Loba's ultimate and passive range were increased, as well as she now spawns in with her ultimate halfway charge. But I'm sure that we can all agree that Rampart probably needs another buff. Well, a Reddit user said that Rampart is still getting no attention from the devs, and a dev replied to him saying, "We got more buffs planned for her for 7.0, but they required animation changes, so I couldn't put them into 6.1. Sorry." So there you have it, a confirmation that Rampart will indeed be getting a buff in the future, and more specifically with the 7.0 patch, and I'm assuming that is Season 7. Now I'm not too sure how they could buff her, but either way I'm just happy she's going to be getting some love. But lastly, there was another Reddit comment made by a dev that is pretty interesting. He said, "We have a change planned for Red Evo for 7.0, but it required a little networking work, so we couldn't ship it in 6.1. The plan is to increase the damage required to get to Red." I'm not sure about you guys, but I didn't really expect that at all, but in hindsight, it kind of makes sense. Honestly, it is a little easy to get red shields now, so an increase to the damage required to get red armor definitely couldn't hurt. But that's all the news we have for this video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button, it really does help me out a ton. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that sub button and turn on the notification bell for daily Apex videos. But it's been your boy Sethly, and I'm out.